Hi everyone and welcome back to another Create a Sim video. This is the second video in the Powerpuff Girls mini-series and I am on to the next Powerpuff Girl and that is Buttercup. So weirdly enough, Buttercup was actually my favourite when I was a child, so she was probably the one that I identified most with, so take from that what you will. I feel like she was a bit of a tomboy, more so than the other two girls, certainly more so than Bubbles, and also, yeah, more than Blossom as well. She was probably the rowdiest of the bunch, very quick to say what she was thinking and to let people know if she wasn't pleased, and that was definitely me when I was younger. If anything, as I've grown up, I've probably started to sway back towards Bubbles. I like to think I've become a little bit more carefree and just a bit happier, but still with that little spark of anger that we talked about in the last episode. So Buttercup in the original series from the 90s had short black hair that she had a parting right in the middle of her face, so it came, so she had like a middle parting and then a short black bob, and her favourite colours were green and black. She wore a green dress with a black stripe, and I've tried to sort of stay with that throughout. But there was also an episode where it briefly showed Buttercup as a teenager after she had stopped fighting crime. And she wore lipstick, she had long eyelashes, her hair was now shoulder length, and she wore a green crop top and black trousers. So I have tried to reference that as I've gone through her outfits. So lots of greens and blacks. I did use a crop top for this. I've kept her bob and her middle parting. Out of the three Sims, I would say that this, from the mini-series anyway, so nothing to do with the characters, just literally about the three Sims that I've created, Buttercup is probably the one that I had the most issues with, actually getting to the point where I felt happy with it and where I felt that I could walk away from the sim and that was her finished. In case you haven't noticed, she does have a scar on her eyebrow. Buttercup is of course the rowdiest, she is the most ready to fight, she's the quickest to anger, although she doesn't get as angry as Bubbles when they're both in their full rage modes. She is the fastest to anger, she is always ready for a fight. I've given her some abs and some muscle tone to try and show that. But I've also, yes, given her a scar on her face because I feel like one of these days she's probably at some point started a fight that has caused some problems and she was getting her bum kicked and her sisters had to come in and save the day. So that was my my justification for that. I feel like she's the toughest of the bunch, and what's tougher than a facial scar? We're still sort of figuring out what I want her to wear for her everyday outfit. I really did struggle with this because I wanted her to be casual, relaxed, laid back, but also have a nice fashion sense about her. And I did eventually settle on the crop top, although I do change it to be completely green. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about Buttercup and her personality. So when we were talking about Bubbles in the last episode of the mini-series, I mentioned that the professor, when he was making them, added sugar into her recipe, and that is what made her the sweetest of the three. In the case of Buttercup, he added spice. So she's a bit fiery, she's a bit spicy, she's got that extra something something to her, and she is very quick to anger, but because of that, she can sometimes be a bit reckless and definitely stubborn, but she definitely knows when not to cross a line. Bubbles, once she hits her rage mode, will take her anger out on the nearest person, whereas Buttercup is very, very mindful of the fact that she, no matter how angry she gets, would never take it out on an innocent citizen. So she knows how far to take it. She does sometimes get angry very quickly, but she never actually uses that anger to harm others in any case, unless it's warranted and she's defending people. I also don't know why maybe you guys can tell me in the comments down below. This is again specifically about the sim, but I felt like no matter what I did, I checked, she's definitely a young adult. She's definitely not got any like facial details on other than the scar. She doesn't have any, she's not meant to have any crow's feet or lines or anything. But I just feel like this sim looks old. And that's part and parcel of why I struggled so much with making her, because I feel like she just looks really, really old and I don't get it. And it bothered me so much. But yes, another thing. So obviously the Sims have added, EA has added the ability to add toenails and fingernails, like nail polish. I'm sure they always had toenails and fingernails, but we've now got the ability to add nail polish onto them and fake nails and acrylics and stuff like that. So I have given her, in some cases, very, very long, pointy fake nails. And I quite like that actually. I think that it adds another level to her toughness. I feel like she is ready to scratch your eyes out at any moment. And especially, I really like how she looks in this, in her athletic wear there. I feel like she just sort of looks like, almost as if she's going to go boxing. I feel like I could have given her boxing gloves or something. She's going to go kick some bum. And again, oh, I don't know. You guys, tell me in the comments what you think of her. I have so many mixed thoughts. So many mixed thoughts. I'm really struggling. I can't actually decide. I can't decide if I like her or not. Which is why she is in the middle of the mini-series. Bubbles I was happy with. She came first. Buttercup, I have some reservations, despite the fact that, you know, when I was younger, she was my favourite. Maybe that's why I'm being so hard on myself for this one, because I did have such high expectations and I did want to do so well for her. And I just feel like I've just not done her justice, and it's upsetting me. So please tell me what you think in the comments, and if you think that there's something that I could have done better. I am always open to constructive criticism. You know, I obviously don't want you to be mean in the comments or anything like that, but if there's something that you think, or like a piece of clothing or a hairstyle that you think could have gone better and done her more justice, then please let me know in the comments. And equally, if you're happy with how she turned out and you think that I did do well and that I'm just being over dramatic, you can tell me that as well. I also tried to give her a warmer skin tone, and I do think that it suits her, especially with the dark hair. I know in the TV series she was very, very pale and she had black hair and she was meant to look, I don't know, maybe almost gothic, I guess, and I feel like I definitely could have gone down that route, but I did want to give her that warmer skin tone, warm everything up so that she didn't end up looking ill. I feel like that wouldn't have been the look that I was going for, especially considering the fact that we know that as she grows up, she does get a little bit more into fashion and into makeup. So again, let me know what you think. This is also the first of the 3 that I filmed, and when I was doing this, I couldn't think of a last name for them. And all of the future Sims, they get the last name of Powerpuff, but she's just Buttercup. I hope you like her. Please feel free to tell me in the comments what you think. I have to say, I am happy with how her second everyday outfit turned out. There are some outfits that I think, yep, spot on. I like her everyday outfits. Her 2 casual outfits were good. Her pyjamas and her athletic, her workout gear, happy with them. Formal and party, maybe could have done better. You know, you live and you learn. I was getting back into the swing of things. Bubbles was actually the last of the 3 that I filmed, so I was far more comfortable with looking at different clothing options by the time it came around to doing her. And Blossom, the favourite of the 3 Sims, not the favourite of the 3 Powerpuff Girls, sorry to all the Blossom fans out there, but Blossom is coming out on Sunday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And thank you for watching this video once again. Thank you for all of your support, and I hope to see you in the next one for the best of the 3, Blossom. Thank you guys. See you later.